welcome to the special testing edition of Potted Up. I again am Sarah Stahlbush.
And I'm Stephanie Cornelio.
And Stephanie, what is our special testing theme?
So I know we were discussing this a lot because everyone is in testing season right now. Mm-hmm. We don't want to throw out anything out there that's going to add to your already pile of things on your desk that you have to complete. Yeah. So you had the fabulous idea of talking about brain breaks, which I think is amazing.
That's the only thing that's going to save us, I think, in this testing season. I know teachers that their PBAs last 8 days.
It's insane.
And I think that it's very possible for a kid on this campus to be working on multiple PBAs at the same time and AZ Merit.
Yeah.
We have
the AZ Merit, we have the ACT, all of these things. We have PBAs, we have CRTs. I mean, April and May are just insane.
Yes. So let's get us some brain breaks. And the day before all of this starts too, so that maybe we could even give them proper breaks during some of that state testing.
I love it. So what are brain breaks?
A brain break, let's say a good brain break, because we could all just be like, all right, stand up and stretch, talk to somebody. But a good brain break does a couple of things. It lights up other parts of our brain. So let's say I've been sitting, thinking, and writing. Then there's a whole portion of my brain that has been at work. I'm making decisions, I'm creating perhaps, so that whole portion is lit up for a long time. That is exhausting. So 2 things have to happen. I have to stand up and get some oxygen and glucose to my brain. And it would be nice if I could rest that portion and work out some other part. So a good brain break, no matter what, I have to stand, but then also maybe I have to do something very physical so that all of my energy, all of my brain's focus and concentration is now in a different part and I can rest the other part. That's what we mean by a break. And standing up and complaining to my friend isn't gonna do it. So,
and you talked about this a little bit, but why physically, mentally, why are these so important for students, for everybody?
Well, so if you think about even how we developed as humans, when you first learned to crawl, that was so important for your brain development because you were getting the 2 sides of your brain to talk to each other. And a good brain break can do that. They call it crossing the midline. So maybe you're swinging your arms in front of your body, maybe you're putting your hands out and twisting them up and curling them back in, or, like a tree pose in yoga, and you're focusing on this balance. All of your brain's work is now, all different parts of your brain are lighting up. And then they're getting fed too by that oxygen and glucose that was a minute ago pooling in my hamstrings and my butt. And so I've got to get that up to my brain, and then I feel nourished, I can concentrate. Some kids I can relax even. I read a really interesting thing in prepping for this, that there's almost decision-making fatigue or freezing. If you have been just really making one decision after another for too long, that's not going to work anymore. You're going to freeze and you won't be able to make those decisions. A brain break helps you come back and then be able to make that decision. And I think if I'm writing a PBA, that's all I'm doing is making one decision after another. So that hit home for me.
Exactly. So I know that with all the Kagan work that you do a lot of silly sports and goofy games. So additionally to that, have you found anything else out there that teachers can use that to just kind of throw these brain breaks into their...
Yes, and I am going to show one right now. We'll skip over to a little screencast of Go Noodle. Okay, so this is Go Noodle. And this whole site is about movement and mindfulness. I've already logged in. So for you, it will look different. There's a home page and it's free to sign in. Once you're in there, you can just look at all of these things and they are bizarre and you will think I am insane. So let me just show you where some of the good things are before you think that about me. Go to categories. So here they are grouped. There are actually some that stay in your content area. So it would be possible to take a little brain break, but stay in your content. So you can check out some of those and see what's available. The mindfulness, those are going to be from all the different channels but all grouped for things like managing stress or boosting confidence. So if I just click here on managing stress, I can see what all is available to me. Bee breath is basically like your yoga belly breathing, but for kids. Some of these are stretching exercises. You can see how many minutes they are, and you can check those out. Kids may need that from time to time to calm themselves and regain focus. I'll click back on categories. One in particular that I wanted to show you too, actually, check out the sensory and motor skills and think in particular about things like balance and cross-lateral and coordination. That's what I was referring to earlier when I talk about when you're concentrating so hard on balancing and doing something different with your body, all of those other pathways that were engaged with that 8-day PBA, those are resting. Those are getting a little bit of a break because all your focus now is on that physicality. So check those out. And then I just wanted to show you in particular, look at movement type, and then it could be broken up by those. Here are some that are just for breathing, stretching, freestyle, partner things, so you could do team builders or class builders, but check out brainer size. In particular, this is a safe place to go. They're shorter, and they are just really bizarre little arm movements, but they try to make sure that they cross that midline. So for example, if I click on forwards, backwards, armwards, this is ridiculous. Look at this guy. It's going to be Mr. Cat, I think. Professor Cat?
Brainer size with Mr. Catman.
Ah, Mr. Catman.
Forwards, backwards, armwards. Meow. Mr. Catman isn't here. I hope he didn't forget about our brain exercises. Wait, he's back. Make large forward arm circles like Mr. Catman. Next, make large backward arm circles. Now, let's combine the two. Do a forward arm circle with one arm, while your other arm circles backward. You got it? Do a...
Okay, and then just the cat noises, you can't lose on that one. So I'm just going to close out of this one, and it's going to want me to kind of log my process, and I'm getting to different levels. Remember, we don't care about that. Maybe you do. Maybe that's something next year. You start with your kids, and they want to track how much movement they do. But basically, you're just looking for something that you don't have to lead. You don't have to stand up there and look stupid. Make Mr. Catman do it, and the kids will enjoy it, and they will thank you, and they'll feel better.
I absolutely love that. I can't wait to use this. You know, it's funny because my 7th hour comes into class, and I have like the first 5 students that always get there first, and they're like, Mrs. Cornelio, can we just have a brain? They don't say brain break. I almost said that. They said, what did they say? Oh, mental health hour.
Mental health.
That's what they call it. Can we just have mental health hour? And I'm like, haha, no, we got to work. But it's true, they do need that. So after looking at this awesome site, I'm going to use one of these today, and I'm so excited. They're absolutely going to love it. I know that they're going to love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, even when you said that, you know, the English teachers that they're going to give this huge long PBA, they could come in, you know, first 5 minutes or not even 5 minutes.
They were 1:46.
1:40 seconds. Just come in, do some crazy cat funness, and then, you know, and then let's start. They're going to be so much happier, I think.
I think so, yes.
And just ready to accomplish what they need to accomplish.
Yep. And even if, we've got to get to work, we have to pass out these secure documents. What if we collected them 1:46 early? Then at least you're sending them to their next class, having rested a little something. They won't do this on their own, I think, is why it's our responsibility. Their idea of a brain break is playing on their phone, isolating, staying seated. They don't know what they need. We know what they need. So
exactly.
We need to make them.
Yep. So on our website.
Yes. So the PLC website, remember that every time there's a pod on one page, there's a resource page on the other. And so go over to resources. You'll find the ones that match episode 3. There are some silly sports and goofy games. Go Noodle link is on there. There's one called Do Nothing for 2 minutes. Enjoy it. And then some of the research, you know, that fed into this. There's one giant PDF that has lots of activities. So if at first glance that doesn't look like something, keep scrolling because it has links to. So you don't have to think of these. There are millions out there, or you just Google brain breaks and you will find 1 million of them. So.
And then remember the comments page.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have done any of these or you're going to try some of them, please leave comments for us so we can, learn new things and
yes, please.
get to see all the awesome stuff you guys are doing.
Yay. All right. Happy testing season, Sunny Slope.
Woo, you can do it.
Hang in there.